Hello, my name is Christian and welcome back to Astronaut. If you're not yet convinced into doing astrophotography, let me try harder. Today I wanted to share my experience shooting the Orion Nebula. The Orion Nebula is the first thing you want to see when you get a new telescope, camera or gadget. It's what you want to test your new gear with. How will this improve my Orion Nebula? I use it as an Orion scale, and each year I get back to it with new techniques ready to challenge myself. It's the perfect DSO for beginners because it has the perfect angular size and magnitude to be caught by any focal length and sensor size. There's always beauty to it. The Great Orion Nebula, also known as M42 or NGC 1976, is an emission and reflection nebula and star nursery that sits in the winter sky from October to February, located below Orion's belt when seen from the northern hemisphere at an astronomically close distance of 1,550 light years, more or less. It shines at a magnitude of 4, making it one of the brightest DSOs, and it's 65 by 60 arc minutes. My first experience observing it through my Celestron and the 25mm eyepiece were breathtaking. You were there. It felt like you could touch the clouds. Like opening a window to our galactic neighbors and waving at them. The first images displayed on the LCD screen at the back of my Nikon D90 threw me into ecstasy, even though they were blurred, out of focus, underexposed, and with high ISO. But it was my hand that made them. After the first image, I tried taking more pictures of the Orion Nebula, and the result wasn't getting any better. So after buying the Celestron 6.3 reducer, I managed to get a better result. Since I was still using the AZ mount, or actually the mount that comes with the Celestron SE, I had to discard like 80% of the images I took. For the next year, I brought the absolute game changer, even though the image is not that good because of several other things, many other things. I brought an EQ mount, which meant that I could extend my exposures, and you can still see the core of it, of the Orion Nebula, which I think from now on it will get all washed. And since I had no flats, it's suffering a severe case of vignetting, but it's not terrible. It's a bad image for me now, but it at that time was the best I could do. And the other thing is that when you're not using the reducer, chroma corrector, the image on the corners tend to bend. The stars are odd shaped. Later that year, and with not much time left for Orion to be imaged, I tested out my new Canon 6D that I bought secondhand, and it was great. It was something else. The only problem was that with a bigger sensor, the light cone that came out from the reducer wasn't big enough to cover the whole sensor, which meant terrible vignetting, and added to that, no flat frames. The other thing they started was guiding. I bought a small camera as well, the ZWO 120 Mini, but I spent countless hours enjoying and staring at this picture. I started wasting money at a whole other level. Since I bought the ZWO 294, I said, well, I might as well get the Optolong L Extreme, since I'm going to be using the laptop to control the camera. I might as well need an electronic autofocus. And yet my backspace, my back focus wasn't still at the proper distance. It was getting close, and the stars at the edges were kind of nice, but it still wasn't good enough. The other problem with this image is that to get the faint dust, the grey, I'd have to sacrifice from the center of the nebula. And from here on, I'm not sure if it's my post-processing, but it's all red instead of purple. I think I'm not getting the color straight. A year went by with nearly no astronauts, and so I really wanted to try my new toys. I improved my guiding with the ZWR off-axis guider. The image is nice, and now I've got a correct back focus. I made an art decision that I came to regret later on. I turned the camera to make the Orion Nebula face straight, but it's not good. I don't like it as much as when it's tilted, because you miss part of the dust that's below. It's a different approach. I cannot really tell the difference between this image and the one I took last year and the previous one. I got more integration time, but yet it's not quite better. Since I've got a huge focal length and my sensor won't fit the whole image, I've started doing a mosaic with Nina, an option that tells the program which parts you want to take. And it will take the lights, it will do everything on its own. But in my case, I think I must have done something wrong, because it's some patches are darker than others, and I have to learn how to make a good mosaic. And before we end the video today, I've got a bonus round. Some images taken with a lens. Hope you enjoy them. I hope this video has come in handy and guided you how not to do images. See you in the next one.